It's funny how life can play out sometimes. Once in a while we get put into situations that we've dreamt about our whole life, only to find out that they don't quite live up to our imagination, and that the seemingly modest starting point ends up being the perfect ending point.
It's where I belong.
That is precisely the storybook, albeit odd path, that Riley Coome has walked on the way to closing out his junior hockey career.
I've waited too long.
For Riley Coome, his journey back to St. Mary's was bittersweet.
The past year, going into the rink every day and not knowing, hey, am I playing 20 minutes tonight or am I going to play 8? So the uncertainty for me was mentally draining.
After spending half of the 2016-17 season with the Lincolns, Coome earned an opportunity with the benchmark franchise in junior hockey, the London Knights. In his OHL career, he appeared in 113 games, all with Dale and Mark Hunter's Knights. But he was not one of the focal points of the Knights' defense group, and relegated to a penalty-killing specialist role. He simply wasn't playing very much and was looking for a change.
But in terms of coming over here, I had a great experience the past time I was here after getting traded, and also still living in Dorchester. It was the commute's very short in comparison to some other options. So for me it was, hey, go back to the place that I already know is a good spot, well ran and everything, versus go take a chance somewhere else. So it was a pretty easy decision for me.
Coome's return to St. Mary's was a game changer for the Lincolns. A strong case could be made that he is the best defenseman in the entire GOJHL, and certainly brings a depth of experience to an otherwise young group on the back end. And that experience has benefited his younger counterparts like Max Mulder, Braden Hislop, and Nathan Small.
He's a great overall guy, great player. I kind of resemble my game after him in a way. He's just a shutdown guy. A bit more offensive than I am, I'd say, but it's nice to, when he gives me some pointers on the bench or in the room or at practice, wherever, about how to improve my game or what I'm doing awesome or what I can fix and whatnot.
It inspires you to get better, and he's big motivation for all of us on the back end, and he's a good guy to look up to.
It's really good to learn from him because he's played in the OHL and he's played at that top level. He's our leader back there, and he's always giving you tips and stuff on how to be better, how to make quicker, faster plays, and he's just kind of a role model.
And it's not just the fellow defensemen who have benefited from Coome's addition. For forward Jacob Bloomfield, the influence of Coome has translated throughout the entire lineup, and his addition has been of massive value to the entire roster.
Just that experience and the knowledge of the game, right? It's just like few and far in between.
When asked about his personal feelings on coming back to St. Mary's to round out his junior career, Coome waxed poetic about the interesting paradox of how things had changed between when he was here previously to his stint here now. How virtually everyone within the team has changed, but the passion of the fan base remains the same. How the dressing room has been upgraded, while the culture built within that room's walls has grown as well. And, perhaps most amusing of all,
It's definitely interesting. It got me feeling a lot older, that's for sure. The first time I was here, I was one of the young guys on the team, and now I'm one of the old guys.
the last time Coome donned the Lincoln's crest, he also was helping that team go to the playoffs. And now, in his junior hockey swan song,
I'm gearing up for something big time.
he is leading a group of young, speedy players back to the postseason.
I'm ready, gotta make the headlines.
A group that has aspirations of making a run to remember. A run that Riley Coome will most assuredly be on the front lines for.
Can't hold me back, I'm in my mind.
As he closes out his junior hockey career, Coome has one last piece of unfinished business to attend to. Bring playoff success back to St. Mary's.
I'm gearing up for something big time. I'm ready, gotta make the headlines. Can't hold me back, I'm made up my mind. I'm taking my pedal to the front line.
Music used in this piece is The Frontline by Sabrina Fallah. You can find all of Sabrina Fallah's music on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play, as well as going to her website, sabrinafallah.com. I'm Spencer Seymour. Scrappy.
I was just playing a role player, fourth line, wasn't getting much ice time.
Determined.
So I'd get like 2 3 shifts, maybe a period, if I'm lucky.
Prideful.
Possible breakaway here. Kuznik works in. Kuznik fires, scores! Kyle Kuznik!
All of these adjectives and many more could be used to describe Kyle Kuznik, a young man who had to scratch and claw for the little bit that he received while maintaining his belief in himself that he could be more if just given the chance. As fate would have it, there would be one organization to give him that chance. To say he made the most of that opportunity would be the understatement to end all other understatements. Kyle Kuznik is the kind of athlete that you really root for in sports. They're the workhorses of whatever game they happen to play. They have put in quite a lot, but have received very little. Everything they've gotten has been painstakingly earned through perseverance and work ethic. In Kuznik's case, he started the year with severely limited ice time and seemingly no hope for progression. That was until he got a new lease on life. While playing for the Stratford Warriors, Kuznik received a 3-game suspension in late October for fighting. Kuznik, who already wasn't a key cog in the Stratford machine, wasn't spoken to about the suspension or his play, and he felt the best thing he could do would be to just keep moving forward. However, almost exactly a month later, Kuznik was told that he had been traded, which at first had him scared that he was going back to Junior C, a disappointing feeling that unfortunately would have been all too familiar to him. However, his concerns were erased when he was told that it wasn't Junior C he had been traded to. It was St. Mary's. To Kuznik, the opportunity meant everything.
For a couple of years, I've been struggling with getting ice time and trying to prove myself to the team, like that I can stick in a league and stay on the team. Definitely, it hurts your ego, right? But you gotta bounce back from it and come back.
While previous coaches may have not seen the potential within Kuznik, Lincoln's head coach Trent McClement certainly recognizes his value and has rewarded him with his fair share of ice time because of it.
They tell me in the gym he's a pretty big workout freak, which is it's always good to have, right? Kid's in shape. He's kind of a beast in there. So, but on the ice, I knew he was fast. I knew he had a great shot. But when you watch him, even in our skill practices, he's such a highly skilled player. I think kind of injuries the last couple seasons have kind of held him back. But yeah, he's a great find, and I think the future's bright for him. And I honestly knew he was good, but I never knew he was this good.
There weren't too many people, both inside and outside of the Lincoln's organization, that expected Kuznik to be this good. And there were even fewer people who were unimpressed when they started watching him play. He was endorsed by the entire organization. Kyle, how did that vote of confidence feel?
Great, because over the past years, it's been a struggle, to be honest, because, I wasn't putting up points like I have been this year, and it was definitely a struggle until now.
Part of the reason that he was able to find success stems from the obstacles he has faced in the past. There was no doubt in his mind that he was coming to St. Mary's with a chip on his shoulder and with something to prove.
I came here trying to prove myself, didn't want to be a scratch guy, not playing at all, trying to prove that you can play minutes.
The late Kobe Bryant once said that everything negative is an opportunity to rise. And despite hurdle after hurdle, obstacle after obstacle, Kuznik has done nothing but put his head down, continue working, and rise, with the belief that sooner or later, someone would see his ability to do more. Sure enough, someone saw the potential he had. It was those people he wanted to prove right. Potential that Kuznik realized with a greater opportunity here in St. Mary's. Coming here, Kuznik proved he could be more. And that, if given the opportunity, he could break through.
Break through the silence and the doubt. Break through the fire that won't go out. Break through the chains that hold me back. Break through the fear I had. Break through. Break through.
Music used in this piece is Breakthrough by Sabrina Fallah. You can find all of Sabrina Fallah's music on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play, as well as going to her website, sabrinafallah.com. I'm Spencer Seymour.